love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted. Stay humble. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what is going on. Hopefully everybody can hear me. Hopefully everybody can hear me. I'll put the volume up a bit. Just new equipment, guys. It's a bit difficult for me to understand it so far, so I'll get there eventually. Big up everyone. Welcome to LRFC. We're doing obviously the preview for the game that's coming up against Brentford. And we're going to obviously listen to Mr. Arne slot on his press conference. Let's bring in Mr. JK, my right-hand man, and just talk about Liverpool first of all. Let's bring him in. What's going on, JK?
All good, bro. How you doing?
What's going on, JK?
How you doing?
I hope there's no echoes or anything like that. Is everything good?
No, it's okay. There was a minute ago. I see.
Better now?
Repeating.
Say that again?
A minute ago, there was an echo, like repeating it.
Yeah. How about now? Is it better?
That's better. On my side, I'm repeating.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
As far as I'm aware. Let me check the channel.
On my side, I'm repeating.
Yeah, how you been, bro? How's everything?
Everything's good. I reckon just that second half display against Forest gave me a little bit of like sort of happiness. Like at least we're sort of trying to win. Happiness. Like at least we're sort of trying to win a game.
Yeah.
You know. But looking forward to tomorrow's game.
Yeah, me too, mate. He's saying there's a bit of a feedback. Let me check, man. What's going on here? Is it still happening, guys? Let me know if it's still happening. JK, can you hear me? Yeah. JK, can you hear me? Yeah, he disappeared. Let me bring him back. Yeah, sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on. That's okay. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you. I think I just echoed myself.
How about now? Is it better?
For me, wait. Yeah. When I speak, it repeats itself.
I don't know what's going on. Let me try something here, man.
It'll probably go itself.
Yeah, it's a bit of a strange one. I thought I sorted it out. It's the new things I got in it. I'm working on it. Let me see. Hang on. Let me go to what I got in it. I'm working on it. How about now? Try speaking now.
Hello. Yes.
I'm working on it. Is it better now? Try speaking now. Is it better now?
Testing 1, 2. Yeah.
Okay. I think it's okay, man. Yeah, big up everyone. Big up the chat as always. Let's just see who's in today. Obviously, Jason Smith. Big up, man. It's been a while. Joe has become in against us now. Yeah, it's becoming a joke. Big up Jason as well. Big up the Final Whistle. Please go subscribe to Final Whistle. He's a great content creator. He's got Cop Connection on Twitter as well. X. Please go and follow him. Obviously, Trudon is always here. Genghis is always here from Australia. Obviously, yeah. So what's going on, mate? Like in regards to everything surrounding the club at the moment. I think we're in a rut, aren't we, bro? We're in a bit of a rut in regards to the form of the team. You know what I mean? We said something might happen in January because, when the contractual issues still continues, in the second part of the season when the players can go and speak to anyone they want, it affects the team, innit? Let's just be realistic here. We have to be honest with ourselves, man. What do you think of that? Like, when we've taken it from the first part of the season to second part now, the likes of Salah looks like out of sorts. Trent It's Trent. You know what I mean? Van Dijk is trying, but things are not working on the pitch. Um, in my opinion, we should have nipped it in the bud in the beginning of the season. I mean, or maybe last season, so things like this don't happen. Do you think like this? Do you think things like this affect you when the season goes on, bro? And the chat, I'm asking you guys as well. Do you think like when you still got contractual issues and issues, arises, which is like players speaking to other clubs, does it affect the performance on the pitch? What do you think of that, JK?
I think as a player, you don't want no extra burdens.
Yeah.
Like when you're playing that game and the game kicks off, last thing in your mind is where am I playing next year? And you can see it within Salah, Brent, not really Virgil,
Yeah.
but the other two guys, you could just tell something's happened. Something's happening.
Yeah.
It's not looking great. But that for me is the club's fault.
Yeah.
It's been like that last year with the club scenario, and it's again happening right now.
Echo, man.
We're in the 17th day of January.
Mm-hmm.
They have brought no one.
Why are they saying there's an echo, JK? I don't understand. They're saying there's an echo.
Yeah, there's an echo from my side. Because every time I talk,
Yeah.
I can hear it again.
I don't know what's going on, bro. I've tried everything, man. Like, hang on. Let me look into the audio. 1 second, guys. Apologies, yeah. Apologies to everybody. Microphone. Yes, microphone is there. I don't know. I really don't know what's going on. I've tried everything. It should be all right.
Okay.
Is it better now, guys? Let me know.
I think. Yeah.
Is it
I
better?
think that's better. Yeah, that's better.
Give me a thumbs up on the chat if it's better. Yeah. I'll stop the echo.
Yeah, you're louder now, better. Yeah, that's cool now.
Okay, bro.
That's cool.
Yeah, so carry on what you're saying, bro. Carry on what you're saying.
Yeah, bro. We just didn't need these extra burdens. Like football's a game where you don't really need stress.
Yeah.
With thinking about other things, like you don't want to arguing with your wife before the game, them sort of things. He's not going to put you in the right frame of mind, And with these contract talks, I could just feel that Salah and Trent probably been off their game the last couple of games, for example. But for me, Salah, even against Forest, Salah was looking our best player attacking wise.
Yeah,
he kept on trying. Him and Jota, for example, I think he was trying Salah. I don't understand the way people sort of jump on Salah sometimes.
Yeah,
the guy's 32, sorry, and he's got the whole club on his back in that way. It's all about if it's him who's going to get us there, it's going to be him. He's the guy who's going to get the goals or the assists, whatever it is. I think he's done pretty well. Come on, man. I think football fans right now, they've got no patience no more. But I also believe if the club acted a bit more professional and got these sort of contract sort of situations sorted beforehand. But for me, the club used it as ammunition to use it against not buying anyone.
Oh, yeah. I agree, yeah.
They're very clever guys, I think sometimes football fans need to wake up a little bit about the way the clubs are run. And I think sometimes our fans could... look, I don't want to do what an Arsenal or Man United. Having, guys who support the club and just ripping the club apart. We don't need that.
Yeah, spot on. 100% spot on. Like I've always said it. Outside influences always affects the team when you're actually in a title charge as well. And if the club is being selfish in regards to that, it's the wrong way of going about it. Because when I look at our football club, I know I keep going back to it, guys. It's a common occurrence. You know what I mean, guys? Like we're challenging for a title. We should be 20 points clear by now. We're not, because we've got outside influences affecting our football. You know what I mean? So if we're not going to buy players, at least nip that in the bud. You know what I mean? At least give the players contracts, even if it's 1 year extension, just to think about giving them a second one. Let's do that, innit, JK?
Yeah.
Just to stop this going, give them a 1 year extension. I'm sure Trent won't say no to that. I'm sure Salah wouldn't say no. I'm sure Van Dijk wouldn't say no. And then you could discuss, the rest of it at the end of the season. Because at the end of the day, everybody, we didn't expect to be here. If you ask me and JK in the beginning of the season, is Liverpool going to be challenging for the title and winning the league? We'd say hell no, because we've got new manager, new staff, new ideas. That takes time. You know what I mean, JK? So in this situation where we're at, since we are there, this should have been nipped in the bud, a long time ago. It shouldn't be continuing towards January, and this is why we're facing these issues at the moment. When you put too many stuff in the players' heads, it affects them on the pitch, and that's what's happening right now. You see the way people are having to go at Trent. You see the way that people are having to go at Salah, and I've even heard people haven't got at Van Dijk because of the Chris Woods goal the other day as well. So now people have no filter. They will like go. Even the people that supported these players in the past are having to go at these players right now, and it's not right in my opinion, because we're at top of the league and we should not be facing outside influences to have a go at the players because they're not signing the contracts and all that stuff. I don't really blame the players. I think the club is at fault here. The club has put us in this situation, and the club has to get out of get us out of this situation, because if we don't win the league this season, it's a crime. It's a big crime here, guys, because we had opportunities to be 15 points clear, 20 points clear this season, because everybody else is dropping points. I'd rather have Arsenal chasing us than Man City. If this was prime Man City and we was dropping points right now, they would be way ahead of everybody else. You know what I mean, JK? But yeah, it's annoying. It's annoying what's happening, because we're not really learning from past mistakes. It's
Exactly.
continuing this season as well. Last season, what was the issue, JK? The club, the club saying he's leaving. This season, like, this is why people are upset. People are not upset for no reason, guys. There's a reason for these things to reoccur itself, because the club keeps doing the same thing again and again and again. Every time we've got an opportunity to go way clear everybody, we always have a stumbling block, and that's what's happening, isn't it, JK?
Yeah, for me, it's not really a mistake no more. It's done on purpose. Like, if it happens once, yeah, fair enough. They made a mistake. They didn't do something. But then it's like 3 transfer windows now. We have brought no one. That's not a mistake. That's done on purpose. Yeah. All this commotion. I think the Edwards and the other guy coming in from Bournemouth was sort of, what was the song and dance about that? Like, come on. Some fans were happy that Edwards was coming back and that Klopp was leaving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, come on. Like, where are these fans at right now? What are we actually doing? The club needs to step it up big time.
Oh, 100%. No doubt about that. We'll go on about this as time goes on, guys. We're going to go to the Arne slot in press conference. We'll pick out the best bits out of it, and then we could discuss it ourselves amongst each other if you guys are okay with that. So let's do this, JK, and we'll pick out the best bits. I'll pause it and then we'll talk about it if it's okay with you, bro.
That's cool.
Yep. Okay, bro. Okay, there he is. There's the head coach. Let's go.
Very well. Play.
You got the same problems as us.
On Jota, is he okay to start? Because we know he was undergoing an individual session yesterday, and I'm just looking at the importance of him, because 3 of his last 4 Premier League goals have taken a total of 5 points. You've got the winner against Palace, the equaliser against Fulham, the equaliser against Forest the other night as well.
Yeah, there's no doubt about the fact that Jota is an important player for us. But he wasn't, like you said, on the training ground yesterday, so that means we have to see today where he is. So it's not sure that he will be available for tomorrow. We have to wait and see today.
What's the issue there?
Yeah, he felt a little bit when he came in, a little nickel, is that the way you said? Yeah. During the half hour he came in, and he could finish the game, but afterwards he complained a bit about it, and that's why he didn't train yesterday. We have to wait and see if he's available today, and then of course tomorrow.
Obviously, we're looking at the title race and see the gap is 4 points at the moment. And we look at the game against Brentford as an opportunity to put pressure on Arsenal now, because they play after you. So how do you see it? Does it come into the thinking now that you can ask the question of Arsenal and then they have to respond?
No, I don't look at it that way. I didn't even know that they were playing later than us. I only look at the opponent we have to face, and I know that's a tough one. Brentford was my first Premier League game, I think. And then I already thought, like, oof, if this is going to be the resistance we get every week, then then it's going to be then this is a more difficult league than the Eredivisie, which I knew before.
So, what do you think of the Jota situation, bro? Let's get to that first of all.
Like, come on, man. This guy, he's in and out.
Yeah.
All the time. Consistency, keeping fit, consistency is the most important thing for the guy. We know the guy can play. He can score goals as well. What it is with Jota, he's the type of guy, he gets fouled a lot.
Yeah.
He's that type of guy. He keeps the ball close to him, he goes straight through defenses, and what they do, they end up chopping him up. It's one of them. No, I was going to say, I just thought he'll be back now, you know. We've got a guy who's going to play the centre forward position. Diaz has tried it, Darwin's tried it, and for me, Jota is the best out of the lot of them.
Yeah.
But he can't stay fit.
That is a problem.
So all the people who were saying like, "Oh, we should let Darwin go this January," the thing is, he could be playing tomorrow now.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking myself.
You know, he scored a beauty there last season. The little lob, like him and Jota combined, wicked. Like for me, the best assist I've probably seen in my whole life. Where Jota did that header on the halfway line, and he got it right into Darwin's sort of path. Beautiful.
Last season. You're spot on. You know, with Jota, the issue is, guys, you can put it in the comment as well. You could have your say. I've had enough. You know what I mean? I've had enough a year ago, actually. I've even said it in the summer to people on Spaces in Twitter. I was just honest about it. I said, if you look at Jota, he's supposed to be the difference, you know what I mean, in progression to the season that we won the league. But he's never fit, you know what I mean? And this is not a new thing for Jota. I'm sure at Wolverhampton he had the same issues, because I never used to see him in the starting lineup a lot. Majority of the time I saw him on the bench, coming off the bench and scoring goals for Wolverhampton. But now, you know, I look at, you know, what has happened since Jota's been here. We don't really win major trophies. You know what I mean? We compete. That's about it. But he's supposed to be the next level to Origi. To Shaqiri's and all that stuff, you know, to get us, to victory, as everybody sings about, you know what I mean? And he hasn't been doing that, you know what I mean? I think we decreased since he's been at the club. I don't think we're competitive like we used to be since he's been at the club, because him being injured is affecting the team. You know what I mean? He's supposed to be our striker now, because the other striker ain't scoring goals. So when Darwin ain't doing anything, and he's injured, we're more or less going to draw a game or lose a game. That's what's happening in the season. And the lack of, strikers up front is costing us, if you know what I mean. So, and he's been here long enough to be judged, in my opinion, JK. You know what I mean? I understand if a player has just come from, coming into the team and in a year ago, and then, we can't judge him on that. You know what I mean? It takes time for players to do that. But we bought him in 2020. I mean, 2020, I think it's 2020, 2021 season league. So he's supposed to be, the difference in the team, and he hasn't been that. You know, I mean, we haven't competed properly with him.
Within the team,
being fit, it's impossible. At least with Origi, he come off the bench, or whenever he starts, he gets you the odd goal here and there. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying Origi is better than him, but at least with Origi, he had important stages of the season. With Jota, I don't know. It's just time is passing by, guys. If you look at it, man, it's that time is drifting by, and he's not even affecting the team anymore. Okay, he scored the equalizer the other day. That's good, but why are you already getting injured again? You're telling the head coach, I've got a little niggle stuff, complaining about it. You know what I mean? What? And you know what the worst part of it is, JK? It's not even operation kind of injuries. It's just a knock. And it's continuing every single time. He hardly has operations. I mean, and it's frustrating me, man. It's really, really frustrating me. I don't know what you think about it, bro.
I feel like, what is the main reason why he's always getting injured? Maybe he needs to go to church or something, pray a little bit. I don't know. Maybe not play PlayStation and Xbox or whatever it is. That's the thing with football, Look at Thiago Alcantara, we got from Bayern. Yeah. For me, I was celebrating that day. Now, when you really look at it, he wasn't fit enough at all. Probably 30% of the 100, he was sort of fit. Jota's having the same sort of flow. Canate, him, Alisson, 3 guys always getting injured. Steve said in the comments, He should have been sold. Robertson, Darwin, you know. Maybe. Thiago was a flop because he got injured all the time. But on his day, for me, even if he's just in the team, he just makes us better. You know what I mean? That's how good he was. You know, he won it all. Injuries, people think injuries are nothing. I've had a few injuries.
Yeah.
Like I've fractured my neck and vertebrae and stuff, but I played a year later and stuff. But it hasn't really affected me, you know. I think football isn't just football; it's a lot of other things. You got to understand the guy who's playing football. Yeah, he's probably got a family, parents, looking after this, looking after that, and then on top of that, he has to get himself fit. A lot of burdens, and I think in the old days it was like, okay, you're injured, you stay at home for 2 weeks, don't come in. There's no social media, there's no interviews, there's nothing. You're staying at home with your wife or whatever it is, and you're getting fit again, you know, getting healthy, no distractions. Yeah. I think modern day football's totally changed that. There's too much unnecessary stress and noise in the game.
They're soft, mate. They're soft. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, that's what they become now. You know what I mean? I'm hearing, you know, like sore throats and all that stuff nowadays. You know what I mean? That keeps you out of games. What? Sore throats? I mean, I didn't know you play with your throat. You know what I mean? Just play the damn game, man. You know, like I remember Suarez. Henderson was talking about Suarez once, and he was saying about Suarez. He said, you know, this guy was so determined to play football. He would do anything. He said he had like a swollen ankle once, and he got himself, you know, boots like a size bigger or something like that, and he put it on and he still played. You know what I mean? With Jota, if that happens to him, you know he ain't gonna play. So this is the type of football that we have right now, people, and it's soft, man. The worst part of it, in my opinion, is listen to this, people. We're in a title challenge here, man. We're supposed to like win a title, and we're facing this at the moment. This is not good enough, mate. This is not right. You're top of the league, clear of everybody. You know, like if you win your game in hand, you'll be 7 points clear. But we're acting like we're at the bottom half of the table or mid table. Players pulling out. Yeah, it's just bad. I swear to God, when I heard this morning, I thought I was dreaming. And I hear Luis Diaz has a sore throat. And I said, yeah, Luis Diaz is just out because he's got a sore throat. I said, what the heck is going on here, man? Doubtful sore throats. People, I remember one of our players back in the day in 1965 played with a broken collarbone throughout the game. I mean, our first ever FA Cup win. He played with a broken collarbone throughout the game. We had no subs left, and he still carried on. These people are talking about sore throats. Come on, man. Let's be realistic here. And like I said about Jota, how much more can we take of this shit, man? He's not serious, guys. The guy is a burden to our team. We should be buying something better right now. In the summer, get money for him. In my opinion, you know what I mean? I love the guy, what he does and all that stuff, takes us to victory and all that stupid things we say, but he doesn't affect the team in a way that we win titles anymore. He never did when he first came anyway. At least Origi contributed on the Champions League and the Premier League win when he was there, if you know what I mean, with his last minute goal and all that stuff. But with this guy, it's a worrying sign, man. And the more you keep doing this, the more you look stupid because you're supporting this, if you know what I mean. It's year in, year out, this is happening. He's been here since 2020, guys. You know what I mean? This is not a new player. This is an old player right now.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's time like you put your foot down and say, you know, like sometimes in life you got to put that liking a player aside and think about your football club. And this is what we don't do enough of. This is why we don't progress. You know what I mean? This is what I said about FSG as well. I know I'm coming back to that. They've been here for 15 years, JK. And only one league title. Liverpool Football Club should not be on only one league title, mate, in 15 years. I mean, you have that time, that bedded in time. You buy the players, you do the stands, whatever it is you're doing. But there is times you got to say, where's the titles? I mean, we're an elite club. We're up there with Real Madrid, AC Milan, you know what I mean, and Ajax, Bayern Munich. If we're talking like this, we should not be waiting long length of times to wait for a title. We should not be doing things like that. But we are. You know what I mean? And this is what I keep telling you guys. That's why I keep telling people, you got to stand up for your football club. Because as soon as you think like a loser, you become a loser. And that's what I want us to be. I'm telling you guys. Sore throat, man. Sore throat is putting a player out. I didn't know soft throat controls your feet. Come on, man. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke, man. Let me get to the comments, bro. I know there's a few of them talking, man. I want to be rude. Jota is becoming against us now. James says we are in a title race and players are dropping like they don't care. Yeah, that's exactly, James. This is what I don't understand. What do you think of that comment, JK?
Bang on. Sort of happened last season. Around this sort of period of time, the just after the halfway time, halftime time, halftime time of the season, we sort of maybe because of fatigue, and when you got fatigue, you're more likely to get injured as well. Yeah. It's a mental thing as well, I believe. You know, like you were saying in the old days, a guy played with a broken collarbone and stuff. Yeah. What it was, the mindset of a footballer in this day and age is so changed. I think Messi may be the last of the last, Suarez, that sort of era, who were like the tough guys, no matter what happened to them, got chopped up in games, they'll carry on playing, you know. And I think now, from now on, you're going to get a lot of footballers who become famous at a young age, who are playing really well at a youth age. Yeah. And they would have got injured, but they'll think, you know what, I ain't got to the big stage yet. I'm going to fight and get to the big stage. But when they get to the big stage, that fight sort of dies out. Why? Because that 150, 200 grand a week's coming in.
Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, I mean, I think to me, it's the football's become a business. The passion side is gone. That's why Alexander Arnold is waiting, biding his time. Like when people tell me he's a scouser in our team, and I've been saying it for years, JK. I've always said it. Like people need to forget about that scouser in the team and all that stuff. These are not the days. These days, players care about themselves. There's no loyalty to football clubs. If they need to leave to do something for themselves, they will go. There's no more, I support Liverpool Football Club, I'm going to stay because of the badge. The badge playing days is slowly drifting away. And there's a time as a fan base, you need to like look into yourself and realize, you know, we need to do more, you know what I mean, to make our football club better than what it is. Trent, if we was winning, JK, would Trent be in this situation? Like saying, I'm thinking of going to Real Madrid if we was winning championships and all that stuff? In consistency. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, I believe if under Klopp we win another 3 Premier Leagues and another 2 Champions Leagues, maybe it's a different situation as well. But you know what the funny thing is like this season.
If you look at the time we was winning under Klopp, did you hear any player that's saying I want to leave?
Nobody.
Even the American players, did you hear them? They want to leave, like Alisson and. You know, the last Alisson, Firmino, etc. Did they ever say they want to leave Liverpool Football Club? We had to drive. You know what I mean? Like Firmino, they wanted to give him a contract to stay. He said no. You know what I mean, it's time to go, and we actually let him go. This is what I'm saying to you, bro. When you're winning, contractual issues won't appear because they are part of the, you know, the player's ambition. You know what I mean? If you're winning championships, you're under the light, innit, JK? Everybody's looking at you. Everybody's focusing on you. All the great players of the past are talking about you. You know, Ballon d'Ors are going to be there. And, you know, all this stuff that's going to come towards you. So you don't really need to, you know, worry about contractual stuff. But for some reason now that we haven't won the championship since 2020, something like that, 2019, 2020. So that's a long way off, you know what I mean, of these players. And not only that, they were in their 20s when they were winning this, you know, Salahs and Van Dijks. Now they're in their 30s. Look how long it is.
It's a long time, bro. And they've been at the club such a long time. I'm going to just say it's the owners. It's like these guys are making the cake. You know, when you got a wedding cake and you've made the cake, you've put the icing on, everything. And at the end, the father-in-law will put the cherry on top of the cake to finish it off. That's what Liverpool owners don't do. They don't put that cherry on top of the cake. Steve says in the comments about, look how many times we've been in a situation where we can go and win something.
Yep.
And then we need a bit of a hand from the club.
Yeah.
What do? Nada. So I'm going to blame them guys more. Look, for me, Klopp and Arne Slot are doing and have done the best what they could have done, you know. Arne Slot brought an injured sort of Chiesa into his squad. He didn't really know all the squad, but he knew there's some ballers there. He knew Van Dijk's there, Alisson's there, Trent, Salah. But he had no, like, here, Arne, here's 100 million. Get yourself someone you've sort of wanted for years at Feyenoord, where you knew they wouldn't come there.
Yeah.
Go and get him. You know?
Has he really? So, this is what I say. Like, you can't blame the players, guys. You can't. If a player has ambition, you can't blame him. I mean, if the club doesn't share the same ambition as you, then there's no point. Trent was he? How old was he? 18 when he joined the team, innit? 18, something like that. 17, 18.
Mhm.
Now he's heading towards 27. Only one league title, only one Champions League. How long can that poor guy stand, with a club, like not winning things? He's in his prime now. You know what I mean, JK? So now he should be, winning championships on a regular basis, and the club does not offer him that. Think about it that way, guys. So this is why I don't have a go at players if they have more ambition. If the club doesn't share the same ambition as you, it's not the player's fault. I mean, it's the club's fault. The club should be offering you that, and they're not doing that. So yeah, there's a lot of things, man. Big up, James, man. Big up, bro.
Yeah, big up, man.
Jason.
Nice
as well.
comments.
Another issue have come up, I guess. Yeah, issues always, man. Trudon Slot press conference was a joke. He's a FSG, yes, man. He's a head coach, bro. He can't do anything more. You know what I mean? If he's got no power like Klopp had, this was always coming up, wasn't it, JK? This always happens. Head coaches don't have a lot to say. I mean, they just coach the team, and players are offered to them, and they accept the player or they don't. That's how it is with the head coach. They don't have a lot of power, unfortunately, guys. This is why clubs go down that direction. I don't mind the head coach anyway. I'll tell you why I don't mind the head coach, Trudon. It's because he just concentrates on the team. He doesn't concentrate outside the football club, which the likes of Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes should be concentrating on. If you know what I mean, when you're a manager, you have to manage the team. You have to manage the city. You have to manage this. It's too much. It's too much to the point you get knackered. Look at what happened to Klopp. I mean, he was doing so much. The guy doesn't look himself anymore. Lost a lot of weight. Didn't look any ideas on the pitch. It was just a problem. But go on, Jacob.
I was going to say, see, the thing with Liverpool Football Club is we don't let guys into the club who are going to rock the boat. It's, for me, a blessing in disguise, because for me, I wouldn't want our manager coming on every press conference and saying, I need this guy, and then we're going to look really unprofessional. That sort of business should be behind the scenes and then get it sorted, But 3 transfer windows, we haven't spent nothing. And I think FSG have been sort of lucky with the guys they've brought in.
Oh, yes.
Klopp and Slot. Come on, man. How can a guy turn 300 million into 5 billion? That's a genius, bro. That's not a football manager. That's a genius. Even though he only won 1 Champions League. That's the mad thing about it. Imagine we win another 2 and another 3 Premier Leagues in that time. Our club will be worth 7 billion.
Of course. 100%, bro. Guys, I want you guys to participate on this, man. Get in the comments, innit? Get in the comments. Big up Final Whistle, man. We got you. Thank you, bro. Thank you. We appreciate it. Me and JK appreciate that, bro. Trudon, there's feedback that was earlier. We sorted it out. JK Echo. It's okay, guys. We'll sort it out. Big up, gang guests, as always, brother. Thank you, man. Randomly woke up, yeah? Randomly woke up. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Sorry. Issue with the squad depth getting worse. 100% Final Whistle. The issue that we have, I've always, went back to it, is the same players are getting injured all the time. Final Whistle. It's nothing new. It's nothing new to our squad, and we're not learning from that. And if it continues, and at the end of the season we don't win the Premier League, I think a lot of people will come out, voicing their concerns. I honestly think that, and I think it's high time we did that, because they've been here for 15 years. These people. I mean, they build us a couple of stands, great. It's not gonna, change the fortunes on the pitch either, because we're not winning things.
Yeah.
So the most important thing, in my opinion, is on the pitch. What are we winning? What are we competing for? Being second best, being the bride, it's not always the nicest thing. We're being the bride too many times under this ownership.
You get no trophy for taking part.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Arsenal know about that. You get no trophy for that. And as I said before, businessmen, the less outlay they make themselves, the more income that you get. They're laughing, Football's a weird one like that. When your team does well on the pitch, the whole club gets success from that. And the whole club as a whole gets more money, gets more advertising money, get better kits,
Exactly.
whatever. It's just great, you know. You get better players want to come to the club, you know. So what happens is if you're not sort of keeping up, you're going to be left behind. And I feel like now with the owners being here like 15 years, they should have realised that they've been lucky. Like they've won the last lottery on 3 or 4 occasions within that 15 years. It's like that. It's like you don't win the last lottery once in your life. You know what I mean? These guys have won it 4 or 5 times in their time with us. Look at the value of our club right now. You know, and that is done by what happened on the pitch with Klopp. Okay, and in the way they got rid of him, and the way some fans wanted Klopp gone. That's a bit of a. It shows me that the world ain't really awake in that way. Like, come on, Klopp turned 300 million to 5 billion. People from big companies hire guys to do that, and they can't do it. And they just went to university to do that.
Exactly.
It's like, come on. Like,
There's a reason he's at Red Bull now. You know, heading the establishment. You know what I mean? There's a reason he's there. Because they know what valuation he brings in it. There you go, man.
Yeah, I've seen the press conference of Klopp with Red Bull the other day. A lot of people are not happy with him doing it and that. But I think Red Bull needed someone like him.
100%.
Red Bull is a big company, you know, and they needed a guy at the top who's going to sort everything out from top to bottom. And Klopp did that at Liverpool. They're like, you know what? Whatever you want, there's a blank check. Tell me how much you need, you'll get it. Just do the job. And he's done it. I'm not sure how much he gets a week or whatever it is, but I reckon it's going to be top whack. He's deserved it, but I think a lot of the German sort of football people didn't like that because Germany is totally different to England. They're not into that. You buy our club and buy everyone. They're not into that sort of way of doing football, you know. It's the right way, of course, but England's a different kettle of fish, you know. And I think with Klopp spent time at Liverpool, he realised Man City, Chelsea, these sort of clubs are spending crazy and like we're not buying no one. So he's tried it. He's kept the basics. Now it's a different chapter of his life. He's been there, done that. Now he's thinking, you know what? I can go and coach another team if I want to, but at the end of the day, I'd rather do this job. I can go and play golf on Monday and Tuesday and have a couple of meetings in the week. You know what I mean? And go and catch a game at the weekend. Life is good for Klopp right now. I think he's deserved it, but it's just the way some fans think Red Bull are like a big company and they didn't like the way he did that. He's gone to work for them, you know?
Yeah, you're spot on, bro. You're spot on. You see, people, we chat. Great chat. Time goes by, but I want you guys to participate in the comments. Like I said yesterday, I'm here for you guys, you know what I mean? And I want you guys to share your concerns, share, you know, your joy, whatever you want on there, and let us know what you think, you know what I mean? Abdul says, how are you? Like, comment, share. Sorry, like, comments, share, comments. We need contracts done, new signings, and start winning. We need to improve a lot of echo. You never walk alone. I think we'll stop that right now. I think we big up Donald, man. I hope you subscribed. Yes, I think we'll stop the echoes. If you can put it on the comments, guys. I'm sure we did. I think we did have. There's no echoes, is there? I'm sure they're in.
No, everything's cool now. Everything's cool.
I've reduced it on the thing. Yeah. Yes. Imagine imagine you wanted to stay and you didn't know he's too. There you go, bro.
Yeah, Salah, for example, you're probably thinking, you know what, I could stay here another 2 years, reach Wayne Rooney, guys like scoring records and stuff. Like for me, when you look at Salah's goal scoring records and you look at the list of all the top scorers in the Premier League, Salah can go there and probably get second position if he really wants to.
Yeah.
Have you noticed like the news yesterday came out? A team from Saudi Arabia are interested.
Yeah, let me look for that. Carry on. I know what you mean. El Halal. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a El Nasser guy, but El Halal, I remember that. Yeah. It's the it was that guy who promotes the boxing for Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, and all that stuff. He put it on his Twitter account, Salah in an El Halal shirt, basically. And everybody was going mad about it because he said, this guy apparently can take. He could bring anyone to Saudi Arabia, innit? He's that rich, and he's a sporting. I think he's a sporting figurehead over there. So if he wants something, he gets it more or less.
Because they've got machines that just print their own bloody money. You know what I mean? Come on, who's checking up on them guys? Come on, man. This world is ridiculous. Like when you look at the influx of sport going to that region.
Look at that comment. Like Haaland signed a contract to 2034. So it says, was it 10 years extra, 9 years extra? So
Yeah, something like that.
there you
Yeah.
go, bro. Like it's beyond belief.
And they're not even top of the Premier League, bro. And he signed it. Like, they're pretty bad season, bit of
I think
turmoil.
something's happening behind the scenes, bro. I think they're getting done. So what they want to do is put players into contracts. So when players
Tell them on, maybe.
Yeah.
They're clever like that.
Smart way of thinking. Very smart.
Yeah.
I think I'm guilty. I honestly think that now. Looking at that, they know what's to come. So now they got to sign up the most prized assets into long-term contracts.
Mm-hmm.
So once they go down, the players can go for a lot of money, man. That's what it is, a lot of money, and that's what they're looking for, man. It's smart. It's very smart in my opinion. Let's go, champ, by Steve. And let me see what he's saying. No one with a brain cell was expecting us to be in this position. Now we are in a position of strength. FSG and Arne need to strengthen the squad if they have ambition to win trophies. You're spot on, bro. You're 100% spot on. But the thing is, it ain't gonna happen. I don't think there's any. If there's no sign is gonna happen, it should have happened by now. You know what I mean? We shouldn't take this long. So real ownership that's ambitious, they will get signing in this time, but they haven't. So if you haven't got it by now, what's the date? What's the date today? 17th. If you haven't got no one by now, that means there's no one coming in. It's the truth. It's the truth.
No, we're not buying no one. I could put my mortgage on that, you know. Been there, done that this time last year. We were top of the league, and everyone said get a guy who could play the endo position.
Yeah.
I was doing research on South American DMs, bro.
Yeah.
Redondo from Real Madrid, the old guy who used to play for him, Redondo, his son.
Yeah. Real Madrid, yeah.
There's a few guys anyway, even this Belieber guy at Brighton. So we all did our homework and stuff. And I'm thinking, what do the club people at the club do? They should be paying us that bloody money. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. You got to have a little encyclopedia of 100 players. I'm talking about Edwards right now, who can say, you know what, he could do a job for slot until now. I'm thinking sometimes Edwards not here to win. He's just here to say, oh yeah, he brought Salah and Mane in.
Yeah.
You know, that sort of limelight. Like for me, bro, if you are doing a job for Liverpool and you're a sort of top guy, the success on the pitch, you're going to get a bit of praise for that. You might even get a bonus. You know, these guys are really shady. They move really weird.
They're dodgy, mate. They're dodgy. They're mafia, innit? You know what it is in life, bro. Like when you bring your mates all together in one place, you do whatever you want, right? That's what it is. There's no one questioning what you're gonna do because you're all in it in the same boat. Do you know what I mean, brother? Because you're off the pitch, you're sort of off the club, you're friends, and in the club, you're still gonna be the same. You know what I mean? So nobody's gonna question your ambition for the football club because you're all in the same boat. I mean, there's no one gonna question them at all. I mean, like I said about Endo yesterday, I said it's time to unleash him now. Play Endo, play Gravenberch and McAllister in that midfield. That's more defensive than any other players that we have, right? That's, if you agree with me or not, JK. Because you know what the issues we're facing at the moment is since we're not going to buy any DM, is too many teams are getting at us. So if you have Endo midfield protecting the defense and Gravenberch can do whatever he can going forward and defending, and McAllister can be right in front of them creating chances for the likes of not Jota now, Darwin or Diaz. And Salah, I think we'll be more secure in our games. I think we'll concede less goals than we normally do because it's all about the gaps, isn't it? So if you can plug those gaps with a DM like Endo, since we can't buy anyone, why not take that risk? Limit the chances from the opposition.
Yeah,
I mean, take that because we're always going to score goals. We never fail to score goals. We're always going to score, but it's the protection is the problem. I looked at that goal again from Woods. What I saw was players who are not making the effort. So Konate went to hit the ball twice. Yeah, the first it was Chris Woods that won the first ball. The second, it went to Konate's head. He headed it once. He headed it twice towards Salah. Salah jumped out the way. Trent, as a right back, your first thought is, I got to cover Konate because he's out of position, right? That's what right backs do. That's what full backs do in general. It doesn't have to be right back. It could be left back as well. What he done was he was watching the ball, bro. He was watching the ball, and then the ball went over him. So it went to Alanga, and Alanga slotted it through to Woods. You know where Trent was? Way ahead of
On
the ball.
holiday.
Way ahead of the ball. And then he sprinted back for once. Trent actually sprinted back, guys. He actually sprinted back. But I looked at that sprint. It wasn't real because it was a sprint to, you know, tell the fans, at least I'm running back. I'm not jogging or, you know, walking back. There was no thought towards that. That's what angered me in that game that day. And every single time there's an issue on the pitch, you gotta be having positional awareness. You gotta expect the worst in certain situations, and this is what we're not doing. Why is Nottingham Forest defending better than us? Because they work as a unit. Every gap is covered. They analyze us before the game. They know what to do against us. But when it concerns us, it's that we're too cool to defend. You know what I mean? I'm too cool to run back. I'm too cool to cover my fullback. I said it yesterday. Why is Man City conceding goals all of a sudden? Because the running ability of Kyle Walker doesn't exist anymore. Since that's gone, look at Man City. They're conceding goals left, right, and center. Ederson doesn't look like the Ederson that we've seen in the past. There's nothing wrong with Ederson. Ederson is just showing his true colors. The reason he used to get away with it in the past is because nobody was having a go at him. Nobody was shooting. Nobody was doing one-on-ones because his defense protected him. Any balls over the top, the third centre back, which is Kyle Walker, we used to cover everything. Now they don't have that anymore. They've been exposed for what they are. Ederson doesn't look like the Ederson that everybody was saying he's better than Alisson. It looks weird now, doesn't it? He hasn't changed, guys. Ederson, this is the real Ederson, what you see at Man City. The thing was, he was protected on a regular basis. And this is what our defense don't do for our goalkeeper. And that's what I looked at when I looked at that Chris Woods goal the other day. I looked at it today. I looked at it yesterday. I looked at the sequence, what led to that goal. Majority of our players were out of position, guys. And not only that, some of them were actually ball watching, not marking anyone. You always have to expect the worst in games. And we don't do that. You're top of the league. You've got the potential to be champions even early. And you're not even doing the basics of your game. I don't understand. I really don't understand. He uses on vacation, can't be asked. Of course, this is how it is. You know, mates rates, as Uncle Ross says. City sign up their own players and looking at to bring in 3-4 players this month, and FSG doing nothing. There you go, bro. It's just the same thing. Sell Nunes. We all. I don't think the thing with Nunes, guys. We sell him right now. There's no one coming in. You know what I mean? So we've got to keep him.
He's not going to be playing up front. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I mean, it's madness, man. Jota going through a bad patch at the moment. Must be the same injury causing issues, and that is a concern for us as well. I wasn't happy with Slot playing Diaz down the middle, but realized no choice. Yeah, there's no choice, bro. That's all we got. We've Diaz playing through the middle. We've got no choice, man. We've got no choice. He wants to give us a question. Question: If you were interviewing for the role and asked not to complain about transfers, of course, or course a steer, would you comply? Can you blame Slot? What do you think of that? About that, bro?
Like he's at Feyenoord, and then an opportunity to replace Klopp comes up. Any guy's taking that. 100%. They don't care how much they get in a week. They don't care anything. They're like, okay, first answer, okay, you know. And I think that's the sort of situation right there.
Yeah.
Also talking about Endo a minute ago, like, you know, what happens to a team when they're like 1-0, 2-0 up away from home? They took on the Endo for the last 15 minutes just to keep it secure.
Yeah.
You know, so I think we're at the phase of a season where we've got to do that to our season now, where we start games with Endo, Gravenberch.
Make it more solid.
Solid, because, bro, we let in too many bloody goals.
Mm-hmm.
We let Tottenham score 3 against us. We let United score 2. Newcastle, it's a joke. You know? So for me, I like this option of where, because when you look at Szoboszlai and McAllister, they're attacking footballers. Their main game isn't to defend. So we've
And
got Gravenberch just doing all the work.
DMs, you know what I mean? We turn them into DMs now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because there's no protection in front of the defense. You know what I mean? I love what Gravenberch has been doing, but there's no protection, man. There's no protection, mate. There's no protection at all. So let me show you what I saw in the game, guys. You could put in obviously the question but again, guess obviously what I worry about is, say Arne Slot wins the Premier League, bro, this season. You know, like when you win things, that means the coach, head coach, might want something more. He might want to become a manager, all that stuff. What are these owners going to do if he's got that power, if he wins the Premier League? You know what I mean? Are they going to turn him into a manager so he could decide what players to come in and, you know, what players to let go? That's the position he could be in. He could have a powerful position if he wins the league, guys. You know what I mean? And this is why I honestly think these owners don't want to, you know,
Win anything.
Yeah. I do want to
mad, but it's true.
want to stay that way, but JK said it for me. You know, if you know what I mean. Imagine
It's
like
mad. It's mad.
and you know, when you're winning titles, JK, who wants you? Everybody.
And the thing is, imagine like the guys, John Henry, when he's in America going to all these show business events. He's the guy who's gone to England and his team just won the Champions League and the Premier League. And they'll be like, like, everyone will be talking about him. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, it makes your business look more successful on the scene. Why? Because every person from here to Australia, to America, South America, talking about Liverpool.
Exactly.
It's just like common sense, you know. Oh, Liverpool, okay. I'll have a little look at them. I'll buy a shirt for my grandson, whatever. It's like business, like marketing, it's like common sense. And I just don't understand. They're so good at sort of saving money.
Yeah.
But they don't use their brain enough to think, you know what? We need to keep everyone sort of sweet and happy. So what we'll do, we'll give them a £70 million transfer window. Not every transfer window, but every second one, you know? A club our size, come on, you know? Last season, we made 800 million. Like, where's this bloody go to, you know? What we doing?
You're spot on. You're 100% spot on, man. People just put the comments in, man, and, you know, give me a like as well. Appreciate that if you could do that for us, man. We'll put the picture obviously on the screen and we show you what Endo can do. I've done it yesterday. I know there's people that haven't seen me yesterday, so me and JK can discuss it. You know, I like when the picture's on there, JK. We discuss it. It's quite good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good, man.
If only it's only a niggle. I know, bro. It's embarrassing, mate. It's embarrassing. Listen, when I said a sore throat, you know what I mean? It's more embarrassing. How can a sore throat put you out of a game? You know what I mean? This is what Diaz has got. So he might not play tomorrow because he got a sore throat. It makes me laugh, I swear. Offer Jota to Brentford and ask for how do you say his name?
Mbumbu.
Mbumbu.
I was on about him a year or two ago. I was like, this guy, I like him. Straightforward type of winger.
Yeah.
Tough, big. He's got a bit of mass on him. Man United are meant to be interested. Arsenal, you know.
Yeah.
And Mbumbu's the type of guy. He would have come to Liverpool, even though he knows that Salah is playing his position. He's probably thinking, you know what, Salah can't play every game, and I get injured, whatever it is. I think he's one guy I've always sort of wanted.
Yeah.
You know, but is he a big enough name? Like some people are, who is he? You know, this, that, and the other. Guy scoring goals. He did it last. He just looks like a good little football player.
Yeah, I like him. He would be good for cover for Salah, wouldn't he? Really, if you think about it. If he was more, remember when we used to have that, like Shaqiri covering for Salah. On the other side, it was Mane. Who was Mane's cover back in the day on the left side? I think it was Origi, isn't it? Origi.
He was Origi, bro. I've seen Origi on the left side. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was Origi. And this is what we're missing.
We should have kept Origi. You know, like Origi. I was just thinking, since he left Liverpool. Went to AC Milan. He was even at Forest.
Yeah.
And he sort of disappeared. But when he played for us, he looked like a good little player, you know.
Could do with him coming off the bench, wouldn't you, JK? Could do with him coming off the bench now, man.
I would have just kept him, bro. Last season, this season, he would have been happy. Like, he knows he ain't going to start every game. He's probably thinking now, I wish I never left Liverpool, you know, because ever since he's left, he's not doing nothing. And I'm really sort of disappointed in that. I like Origi.
Because he done a lot for us, man. You know,
A lot.
Important God, bro. Freaking hell. Look at what Colin is saying, bro. Colin is with us. He said the owners only act when they have to, i.e., a fear of dropping off out of the top four. Sorry, anything on top of that is a bonus to them. Pure and simple. Yes, spot on, bro. I've been saying that for a while. For JK, we need to start. Sorry, we need to work on not conceding first. I've been saying that for a while, bro. But you know, it keeps happening. Me and JK talked about this before the Nottingham Forest game, innit, JK? We discussed that. We said we need to stop conceding first. I mean, and if you're going to Nottingham Forest away and conceding first, it's going to be a long day for you, innit? That's what we said. And look what happened. We did it within 9 minutes, bro. Within 9 minutes. Yeah, I mean, it's madness, man. Wonder Wolf says, now. So how long have you been supporting Liverpool? Me? Forever, man. I can't remember any date. I mean, I've always supported Liverpool, bro. Some of the people on this channel, I'm 46 this month, yeah, guys, by the way. So give me my happy birthday. Some of the people on this channel, guys, is people that I grew up with since I was 9 years old and beyond that. So I'm what I am. I've always supported Liverpool. JK can tell you how long you support Liverpool if you want, JK.
My whole life as well. A long time. I've seen it all sort of, you know, Champions League wins, European Cup wins, you know, them days as well. So, yeah, a long time. I think the modern day football fan, Liverpool fan, is sort of totally different to the guys who've already seen it all. You know, it's like the music world, you know, like the music we grew up with, production-wise, next level. It wasn't cringe. And when you hear the music nowadays, you're like, oh, my God, who made that? So it's like the same, you know, football's the sort of same. So we've seen the good and the bad in Liverpool, you know. Yeah.
Listen, if you ask me what's my favorite Liverpool team, it's the team of the 80s, 87 onwards with Peter Beardsley, John Barnes, John Aldridge. I could name you the starting lineup. That's how far I go, guys. So yeah, that's my favorite team. It was perfect, you know what I mean? From the goalkeeper, which is Brucey, you know what I mean? But not many people rated Brucey, but I liked him. I liked his clown side of football.
Character. He was a character, bro.
Caught as a right back, Gary Ablett as a left back, you know, Gillespie, Lawrenson and Hansen as a centre back, Whelan and McMahon in the middle, Ray Hatton on the right, John Barnes on the left, Peter Beardsley, John Aldridge at front, and then Rush came back, and you know, you had John Aldridge and Rush at the front. Paul Walsh was my favorite player growing up, to be fair, when I was a little kid. But he never made it. Peter Beardsley came and took the place of Kenny Dalglish eventually. So, yeah. Listen, I supported Liverpool for a long, long time, man. You could ask me any questions from the 80s to now. I could probably answer majority of it as well. Steve says that Jota Nunes Diaz should have been sold last summer, and when Isak Gordon were offered to FSG, they should have signed them. What do you think of that, bro?
Like, you know what? It's like, you know, for me, Gordon, I've never had like an issue with him. Like, he's a Liverpool fan, and I could tell you right now, if you said to him on a phone call, "Hey, Gordon, you got a chance tomorrow to play for Newcastle or for Liverpool?"
Yeah,
and you'll stay with that club forever. Then I'm telling you right now, he's coming to Liverpool. He's one guy. He's got this sort of burning desire to play for Liverpool.
Yeah.
Because we let him go, then he ended up at Everton. You know. But I just feel like if he played for Liverpool, he will give 100%. A lot of people don't like him, but you can see with his stats, assists, goals, he's getting on with it, you know. Fair play to him, man. Never had an issue with Gordon, even though he played for Everton.
Liverpool fan, innit? That's what I've heard. So, Steve says there is no forward planning from FSG staff at LFC, i.e., bringing in players to replace VVD, Robbo, Jota, Nunes, Etic. Yeah, there ain't. Because if there was, they should have been through the door right now, bro. And we don't see anything like that. We see the same thing, different season. If you know what I mean, nothing's ever changed. Trudon says even when he was fit in the 2023 season, he wasn't great. He had one good season between that. Is this Jota he's talking about? I'm probably talking about Jota, right? I'm sure it's Jota.
Yeah.
Play with your throat, it pulls. Feel sorry for the ladies, you know. Nah, I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about it. FSG Arne are not here to win titles. They are here to finish top 4. It is true, man. It's time people woke up. To be fair, bro. Hold up, no Diaz either. Yeah, he ain't winning. We ain't winning tomorrow. Oh, I think it's just a sore throat. I think he'll be all right, bro. I think he'll. Come on, man. Sore throat should not keep you at games. Joey Jones played with a broken collarbone. That's it, Joey Jones. No, was it Joey Jones? No. Hang on. What do you think about that, JK, about Diaz if he doesn't play because due to a sore throat?
You know, like with a sore throat, it could be the start of getting ill. And you know, Szoboszlai was ill. There's like a lot of people getting ill right now.
Yeah.
So for me, as soon as the sore throat comes, that's when you know you're going to get ill. Hence why we might not see him tomorrow. Yeah, that's what I think. Look, at the end of the day, when you got the flu, you don't feel great. You can't concentrate. It happens. Hence why we didn't see Szoboszlai for a while. But I think Szoboszlai was probably our best player the other day against Forest.
He's getting better,
He
man.
looked hungry.
He looked hungry. It's frightening what's to come, bro, with him.
Yeah, with him, I'm really sort of happy that something happened in that Tottenham game.
Yeah, to wake him up, finally, do you think? Yeah.
Arne, bro, he was like Jesus came back. You know, he's just like wow. He's like, come on, man. This guy from doing what he's done, not being great, to pull that performance out against Spurs. I was like, great. And then what happened with him? He got flu. He got suspended for a game. Was that right? Or was he just ill? I think he got suspended for a game. And then I was sort of worried. Will he be able to bring that back? He started the Accrington Stanley game.
Yeah.
For me, first gear, second gear, you just having a little run around, you know, get fit. And then against Forest, for me, our best player. Yeah. So that is one Brucey bonus out of the whole situation. So Szoboszlai's finally found his feet. Hopefully, we'll see him tomorrow.
He's saying there's more to come. I mean, the guy is not satisfied. So that's impressive enough for me. You know what I mean? If a player is saying that, I love that. I really, really love that. It's not Joey Jones, Steve. It's Jerry Byrne. That's it, Jerry Byrne. That's the player that had a broken collarbone. I knew the name. I just forgot it because I watched it back a few times back in the day. Get some fucking what does it say?
Lozenges. Yeah, lozenges. Yeah. For your throat, you get these sort of tablet sort of things.
Okay. And get on with it.
For me, olive oil on a big spoon. Drink 2 or 3 spoons of that. It don't taste great, olive oil, when you have it like that. But someone told me that, you know, it was a German woman, really old, and she was like, take some olive oil, and you know what, it worked. So that's what I do. If I get a sore throat, olive oil. I need to ring Diaz and tell him.
Big up, Colin, man. I like your comments, bro. Keep coming back, bro. Subscribe if you have. You haven't. How much I'd love to have an Origi right now. All of us, bro. You know, it's one of those things in life, isn't it, JK? When it goes, you miss it, innit? You miss it, like, because you know a lot of us are saying get rid of him eventually, but now you look at it, I miss him, man. The winning goals that when he used to come off the bench, you know, I miss that, man. Bids have been made again for Endo, Doak, Simicast, Elliott, FSG, only stripping the already super thin squad. If they go, bro, there's no one coming in. Let me just give you guys a heads up. This is why Klopp in the past didn't used to get rid of players. You know, you was asking yourself, why is he signing these players? Why is he signing these players into long-term contracts, etc.? Because he knew if they left, there's no one coming in. That was the whole point. And now you see it. The summer we got rid of Clark, Besiktas, all these players we got rid of. What came in return? An injury-prone player that hasn't been played yet. Yeah, it's too much, man. Big up Luca, bro. Big up Luca. Big up, brother. Please go subscribe to Luca. He's a friend of mine. Please go subscribe to him. Just click on his channel and you see it there. Back, finish my live preview. Big up, brother. Big up as always. Big up, selector. We must win tomorrow. None if this draw is okay. We ain't shopping in IKEA or them. You know, LOL. Yeah, bro. I'm tired of the draws. I don't know about you, JK. I think the draws is as good as a loss sometimes. You know what I mean? And if you know from past experiences, why didn't we win the league title why did we lose the league title by 1 point? Because those draws cost us. You know what I mean? You could lose one game in a whole season, but if you got about 7, 8 draws, you ain't gonna win the league, man. Because the other team is being consistently winning.
For me, like a draw is better than a loss. Like we could have lost that United game. Imagine Harry Maguire, Zerkey was onside and he just swept it in, bang. Forest, we couldn't get a goal back after they scored, so that's like 2 points there. I understand it. A team who are being good as us is either winning or nothing, you know. But sometimes in the season, you're going to get suspensions, injuries, illnesses, and you're going to have a rocky sort of patch. Like at the end of the day, when you look at the content creators world, Man United, Man City, Arsenal, all them guys are teaming up to do watch-alongs for the Liverpool match. Why? They're all ready for us to slip up.
Yeah, madness.
Same as Sky Sports, all doing interviews. What's happening with Salah right now? What's happening with this? You know, trying to get that, just that energy we don't really need because we're going for titles right now. For me, what we need now is maybe 2 sets of players coming in. We don't need no Salah news. We don't need no Trent news. You want to handle that at the end of the season. But for me, that should have been at the start of this season.
Yeah.
You know, sort it out. As soon as Slot was sort of confirmed officially as manager, we went to America. You went to America to watch him play.
Yeah,
they should have just broke that news. You know what? We've got these 3 guys signed up. That would have look. If we were 4th, 5th, 6th, we could say, we should have done that. But at the end of the day, the players have still stepped up. They haven't let their contract talks sort of get them off the game. For me, Salah right now, best player in the world. Virgil, best player, centre-back in the world. Trent, not so. But at the end of the day, they're still putting a shift in. We're top of the league. So I think the owners are messing around a bit too much. And they're not really... They don't take Liverpool serious enough for me. Yeah. That's the problem right there. They're looking at us as like a cash place.
I don't think it's serious, bro. I've always said the issue that we have with that side of things is because people think it's the serious side of it. They're businessmen, bro. There's no passion towards the football club in regards to, you know, the city, the fans, or anything like that. That's what we're missing, if you know what I mean. Liverpool Football Club is a family club. That's what we've always been. That's what we still are, in my opinion. You know what I mean? And that's what's missing. That is what's missing. The family, you know, environment at Liverpool Football Club that used to, you know, go for the win by any means necessary. If we're 3-0 down, we'll come back beating the team 4-3. You know, things like that. That's the club's identity, which is missing at the moment. And if we continue this can eventually disappear, and it's worrying from my side. I worry about that. In normal circumstances, people my age, your age, JK, we should be laid back. You know, we've done our time at Liverpool in regards to emotionally, physically, and all that stuff. It's time for the youngsters to take over and, you know, make sure Liverpool don't step out of, you know, being one of the biggest teams in the world. But unfortunately, they brainwashed these youngsters in the modern day. Even the youngsters are thinking like them now. You know what I mean? I see people making excuses for FSG nowadays, saying they got us, you know, out of trouble, so we should be loyal to them. But this is 15 years ago. You know what I mean? 15 years later, we're still like acting like a small club, which you should be further away from, and it's worrying. This is why the likes of me, JK, Frank Carlisle, Uncle Roz, you know, the older fans are always trying to remind people what Liverpool football is all about, which is winning. Bill Shankly got this club from a toilet, like he said, to a bastion of invisibility, which is consistently winning the league, consistently winning the Champions League. Do you guys even know in the old First Division before the Premier League, Liverpool was 18 titles and Man United was 7. Now Man United are 1 ahead of us. So where did that complacency start? You know what I mean? Why are we just accepting like being, you know, second best every single time, or third best, or fourth best? Things have gone so bad. We are accepting Arsenal being better than us. You know what I mean? Like, what is going on? We went from Man City now to accepting Arsenal being better than us. This is not right, guys. This is unacceptable. And this is why I'm still here, trying to drive, you know, Liverpool back to where they should be, because we are a big club. whether you like it or not. Acting like, where Brentford and teams like that ain't gonna stand with me, man. I don't know about you, JK. That's why I always come back, bro, just to remind people who we are, because I think people are forgetting who we are, bro.
I think that, the reason Man City won everything is why they're really arrogant and they're really confident in what they're doing. The manager does that, the owners do that. He spent over $250 million at City on his defence alone.
Yeah.
I can't say anything else, Yeah, they're going to get in trouble for it now, but penny pinching is only good to an extent. You got to put your money in your hands in your pocket sometimes. I think, you know what, to keep up with the Joneses, we've got to get this guy and this guy in. For me, Edwards and that other guy, what are they actually doing most of the time? But for me, sometimes you got to understand, if they're not given the funds to say, you know what, go out there and do your job, they can't do nothing. They can't say to,
that's why
there you go. I can't blame them directly, but because they're not given the funds to say, go and get slot 2 guys right now, so we win the Premier League and Champions League. Yeah.
We can't be brainwashed, bro. That's the last one we should be doing. I think we're getting brainwashed by these people, bro, and that's what worries me when I look at our football club. It's what I said, like 15 years, bro. 1 league title, 1 Champions League. Liverpool don't go that long. They shouldn't be going that long. It should be a regular thing, if you know what I mean. And like 3 league titles at least in that 15 years. Big clubs don't accept, 1 league title in 15 years from the same ownership. And we're talking about, them building a stands and all that stuff. Yeah, they're building stands for themselves, for their own pockets. It's not for you. At the end of the day, you're replaced.
Yeah. Taylor Swift is going to do 2 bloody concerts there a week. Elton John, these type of jokers, you know what I mean? Come on.
And this girl, what's her name? Taylor Swift and all these people.
Yeah, like, how is she even allowed to be at Anfield? Come on, man. She's on a different planet, that girl. What they're doing at Anfield, man. Come on, wake up, people.
The final also says, worried about Robbo if he starts against Mbobo.
And Bumble, yeah.
Bumbo,
yeah.
What do you think about that?
I'm going to play Simicast tomorrow.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Where do you stand with the Robertson thing anyway? Like,
look, for me, I can't say nothing against the guy.
I say be honest, because I'm honest with myself with the Robbo now. Like, I don't want to see this anymore. It's like someone that's slowly, dying right in front of you. That's what it looks to me when I watch Robbo. I feel bad for him because I know once this bad form doesn't go away, people are gonna destroy his legacy, like they did with Henderson. You know what I mean? Same thing with Henderson. Don't forget. So, where do you stand with him, bro? JK, you there or?
No, cool.
Yeah. Where do you stand with that, bro?
1 moment, mate.
That's all right, bro. Let me know when you're back. Yeah. With me, guys, Robbo, I worry about him. I really worry about him. I saw him against Nottingham Forest the other day. The ball went over him and he tripped over his own legs. I mean, come on, man. Come on. I said that like in the Arsenal game, every time the ball goes over his head, he's panicking. And this is not Robbo that we know. Robbo is an aggressive guy that even when the ball goes above him, he'll catch that player and either bring him down or get the ball off him. That Robbo doesn't exist anymore. And the more this goes on, the more his legacy will be destroyed by the fan base. So we need to nip this in the bud right now before it gets out of hand, in my opinion. And Simicast has to start games now. It has to happen, man. If we're not getting a new left back in, Simicast has to start. Are you there, JK, yet, bro? It's still away. It's fine. Klopp turned a 300 million investment into 5 billion value. Can you believe that, Steve? Like, people don't look into that. People ignore that on a regular basis. What Klopp's done to this football club is beyond belief, bro. They didn't expect him to do what he did with, making us the best team in the world, and being like competing with Man City and their money as well. So, yeah, man, 300 million to 5 billion. That is amazing, in my opinion. Jackie, let me know when you're back here, bro. In Bumbu going to hand Robbo his ass tomorrow. It's worrying, bro. It's very, very worrying, in my opinion, man. I'm worried about that, to be fair, bro. Klopp not being in football and on the touchline is a crime against football. I agree. I think, you know, he's one of the best managers out there still, in my opinion, with obviously Pep Guardiola. If they're not in the game ain't the same. Let's be realistic, Steve. It ain't the same, bro. Yeah. The guy on the touchline, you know, I mean, the way he acts, the way he reacts to goals, the way he talks to other teams. There's nothing like that, man. It's nothing like that in football anymore. Genghis says, you start Nunes or Diaz. Bro, either one. I've got no loyalty to any of them, like in regards to that, because I don't. Number one, Diaz is not doing what he's supposed to do when he's up front. Certain games he can, but majority of the games he can't. Nunes doesn't score goals, probably 2 in the Premier League so far. So is he gonna start scoring now? I don't know, bro. Like something's got to be, you know, something's got to give in it. Something's got to give. Enough of this, you know, sentimentality and all that stuff. Something's got to give, man. Something's got. Everybody's got to pull their weight. Happy birthday for this one, bro. Big up. Yeah, thank you, brother. Thank you. Hate getting old, bro. Hate getting old. Question: what good is playing Gravenberch at centre back when we need him in midfield? Yeah, it was a strange one, bro. It didn't change the game's outcome. You know, what I mean, we still drew the game. It was a weird one. It was a very strange one, if you ask me. I would have brought in Endo and kept on Konate, push McAllister forward and Gravenberch and Endo in the midfield. I think we would have had more of the game and we probably would have won it. But we're not doing that, mate. You know what I mean? We're doing some other weird stuff. and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But the scariest part is, Ravi, as the season goes along, we're dropping points, bro. We're in a bad situation at the moment. And I'm worried. I'm really worried. JK, you back yet?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. What do you think of this question from Ravi, bro?
Look, for me, he played pretty well at centre back. He looked really confident, and when he's given them opportunities, what's that going to do? That's going to improve his game. Like he's an attacking sort of player, but he's playing DM and he played centre back. So for me, he can do it all. Yeah, we don't really want him to play there, but he can do. He did pretty well.
Yeah. Genghis said, was this? MashaAllah, 46, yeah. Valentino Rossi. Big up, bro. Big up, big up. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. I'd like Golden over Diaz. You know what it is, Ravi? Since Mane has left, that, you know, we've dropped, you know, heavily on that left side, in my opinion. I don't think Diaz grabbed it by the scruff of the neck and ran away with it. I don't think that's ever happened since he's been here. And this is what's upsetting me. The next left winger has to be consistently, you know, scoring goals. Not like obviously a striker, but I'm saying like 12, 13 goals a season. And he needs to help the fullback out as well. So we need something similar to Mane on that aggressive side and, you know, scoring goals, helping out the team in defending. We're missing that, bro. With Diaz, it's just lightweight, in my opinion. When I look at him, he's very, very lightweight. And there's no consistency in his game. I don't know what you think about that, JK.
Yeah, for me, I think Robertson sort of overthinks it sometimes.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm talking about Diaz. He's talking about Diaz.
Oh, Diaz. Oh, okay. Diaz, for me, is the best. He's the best in the team at holding the ball.
Yeah.
Gives the other players opportunity to get back in their positions. That's his main job, bro. When you know football, I think football fans sometimes just think it's all about the goals and assists. Yeah, for me, as a winger, he should be getting more assists.
Yeah.
But give him the ball, no one can get it off him. In away games, you need that type of guy.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but I think like since Mane is gone, you know, it's dropped by 70%. I think the performances on that side, because I missed that. You know, even with Mane when he was playing badly, he brought the defensive side and aggression side of the game, didn't he? So with Diaz, if he's at the game, he's at the game, bro. You hardly see it.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah. Foz, I would take Hato from Ajax. Do you know anything about this guy? I haven't watched Hato before.
I've heard his name.
Victor says FSG are pathetic owners. They need to leave Liverpool ASAP. They are the worst owner in the league. I'm with you, bro. I don't think they all. I think they've done their time. Big up Uncle Ross. Big up Uncle Ross. Yeah, I think they've done their time, bro. I don't think they're capable of leading us to consistency in regards to winning. If you look at our football club, we're every season we're always here begging for stuff. You know what I mean? And that's something we should really do. You know what I mean? But let's go to the starting lineup, bro. I've done my one yesterday.
Okay.
Starting lineup. Give it to me, bro. Give it to me.
I would say Kelleher in goal.
Oh, Kelleher. Wow.
Yeah.
What's the reason? Give the reason, bro.
Like, I just feel I've seen a picture of Alisson the other day, and like for me, Alisson's like a Hugo Boss model. Sharp, looks fit, good beard. You know what I mean? Like he's that type of guy. But I've seen a picture of him the other day. He don't look fit. He don't look great. Like he's conceding every time he's in goal. He ain't kept a clean sheet since come back.
Yeah.
For me, yeah, best goalkeeper in the world, but there's something not going right with him. Him and Ederson from Man City, both of them is mad. Them two were like the world's best.
Yeah.
This time last year, maybe, you know, like wow, they're the best. But this season's been being a bit weird for both of them. I'm not sure if Alisson's sort of 100% right now. Same as Kanate. So I'm going to give Kelleher a go. I think he did great. How many clean sheets he got? He should have played the FA Cup game. I didn't understand that. Maybe Slot gave Alisson that game just to give him a bit of confidence. Actually kept a clean sheet against Accrington Stanley. Alisson did. Yeah. So I'm giving Kelleher a game tomorrow. I just feel, get him in. And you say you've always said that the defenders concentrate more on the game when Kelleher's in goal. Yeah.
I'm glad you noticed that, because I've noticed that a while ago. I said, because I look at when Kelleher's in goal, we hardly concede a lot of chances. But when Alisson's in goal, it's like you can go in. It's okay. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird. It's very, very strange, bro. Liverpool Football Club put in petrol into a diesel car in terms of slotting players out of position. Yeah, it's weird, bro. It's very, very strange. Right back. JK?
Okay. I'm going Trent.
You don't want to do Bradley? Okay.
No. Go with Trent.
Centre back right side.
I want to go with Kwanzaa.
Oh, that's a first.
I don't want to see Kanate. I don't want to see him until he tells me, he's got that knee brace thing off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's worrying, isn't it, bro, when you see that? Like,
it's not great. He's not looking great. So I'm going with Kwanzaa.
Okay. Let me see if I can find Kwanzaa if he's around. Mate, it's not even organised.
He's there.
I'm going to sort it out, man. Freaking hell. I should put the defense in one side in it and it'll be all right. What do you think of Kwanzaa, bro? Like, in regards to since he's been taking the game?
I think ability-wise, he can be up there. Great little player, young age. I think him getting dropped at Ipswich wasn't the best thing for him. Like, you've got to be a bit more clever about that. Yeah, we won the game, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't a good thing for him.
Yeah, I felt bad for him, man, because, you know,
I felt bad for him. Top little player though. Come on.
Yeah, what I said was like, that's the kind of thing that destroys confidence of players. And if you're gonna do that to Kwanzaa, please do it to everybody else as well. You know what I mean? Don't just do it to you.
Yeah. Don't single him out and do it.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. Centre back, obviously, you know who it is.
The man. Visual.
Probably player in the world with Salah at the moment. Left back, Tsimikas, you said, yeah?
Yeah, let's go Tsimikas.
Yeah. Question about Tsimikas, bro. Why hasn't he flourished at Liverpool? Like, you know, like we bought him to cover for Robertson. He has his own qualities. Why hasn't he, you know, become the player that we wanted him to be so far? Where's the consistency?
Consistency. Consistency comes when, you know, like Robertson, why was he so good for us? Why? He knew every game he's playing left back, no one else. And with that, you're going to get your game sorted. It's like with Harry Kane, Haaland, they know they're number one. They're going to be playing every game, hence why they score a lot of goals. Darwin Núñez never had that, and I think with Tsimikas the same sort of thing. But for me, Tsimikas, bit part player, and every time he plays, he gives 100%. You know, is he the best? No, he isn't. But he's got a cross in him. He can cross a ball.
Yeah.
He gets stuck in. I'm giving him a game tomorrow.
Me too. Yeah, I agree with you. I think like it's high time Tsimikas starts. DM position.
No, this is the one where we were talking about before. I'm going with Endo.
Really?
Yeah, I'm wrestling it up. I'm wrestling it up because I'm getting a bit sort of bored of the way we're not winning games.
You jumped on the boat, yeah, the Endo boat.
Yeah.
Yes. And Gravy next to him, you think, or not?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Let me just read Ravi's comment. Ravi says, "False Hato is a 18 years old, confident player, very sharp. I'll keep an eye on him, bro. I'll keep an eye on him to see what he's all about. I don't know much about him, bro. I'm not gonna feed people bullshit in it. I don't watch them, so I don't really know. But I'm gonna keep an eye on him and take your word for it because I've heard a lot of good things about him. But I rather judge a player. It's like when people told me about Robinson at Fulham. I said, yeah, he's great going forward. What about the defensive side? You know what I mean? I haven't seen much of him defending. And when I see defensive side of Robinson, it doesn't look good to me. It looks like he needs a lot of work on that, if you know what I mean. But yeah, number 10 position. Is it the number 10 or is it Szoboszlai?
You know what? I'm going to play Szoboszlai there. I think his energy.
We should rest.
I'll rest McAllister. I'll rest him.
Yeah,
even though he's my favorite, probably midfield player.
Yeah, it looks like he needs a lot of rest, man. He plays too much football, in my opinion. Left side, same people.
Yeah, Salah, Gakpo on the other side, and then you know what? I'm going to go Darwin in the middle.
Oh wow! It's time to unleash, then, isn't it? Some players, bro. I'm telling you, mate. I'll put Diaz, I think, up front. I'll put.
He got a sore throat.
Diaz is a sore throat.
He's got a sore throat. He ain't playing, bro.
You know what I mean? Sore throat keeps you out of football nowadays, people. You know what I'm saying? That's how football's become. You know what I mean? A bit of a kitten kind of thing, isn't it? Hey. Sorry. Apologies. So this is the starting lineup for the game from Mr. JK. Kelleher in goal. I'll put Alisson, I think, before Kelleher in the other one. Trent, Kwanzaa. I think I'll put Konate there. So 2 players I think we disagree with. Van Dijk, Tsimikas, Endo, Gravenberch, Szoboszlai. I'll put McAllister there. So that's 3. Salah, Núñez. I think I'll put Jota instead of Núñez or Diaz. One of them two in a way. I didn't put Núñez there, so that's 4. And Gakpo on the left. Yeah, Gakpo on the left. Gakpo on the left, guys. You know what I love about him? No matter what, he's always pulling off something. It's either crossing the box that's dangerous, or he shoots from the left hand side. Now he goes on the outside as well, isn't it? He goes on the outside and tries to cross it in and all that stuff as well. So there's more varieties to his game now, and I like that. And he's good in the air at the same time as well. If you put like a cross from the right hand side to the far post, he'll be the header in. You know what I mean? So yeah, the guy's.
I think and I also feel Salah plays better when Darwin plays.
He said that, didn't he? Salah actually said that.
Yeah, I just feel that I've seen it in games. I'm thinking, you know what? Salah's having a great game. Why? Darwin sort of opening up that area where Salah can do his work. Why? Because Darwin don't stop running, Like for me, Darwin ain't got a career, ain't got a future at Liverpool.
Yeah.
But until he's not wearing a Liverpool shirt, I'm going to support every player who plays for Liverpool. Yeah, of course they can play better, but I'm not going to moan about him 24/7s. The amount of disrespect I've seen towards this guy.
It's a joke.
Is like, are you a Liverpool fan? Come on, man. Until he don't play for Liverpool, respect the guy and then move on. You can say what you want about him.
Exactly. Exactly, mate. Yeah, enough of Darwin, man. I can't speak about him anymore. I said my piece. I don't rate him anymore. I tried my best in the 3 years to back him as much as I can. But if you haven't improved, you know what I mean, and become a regular goal scorer by now, it's hard to defend you. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna be here trashing him. But I don't like JK said, trashing a player like that. I'm sorry, you can't do that, man. You can't do that. Big up, gang. He says Gakpo now predictable, bro. Always cutting in. I think he goes on the outside as well, and he crosses the balls in. It's not his fault. Players don't, go at the end of it. It's just it's something new for the players, if you know what I mean, getting this. So when they don't expect it, that's what happens. But when they get used to it, when he crosses the ball into the far post, they're going to place themselves there in the future, and they're going to slot it in on a regular basis. Yeah, because you know when Diaz plays there, there's no crosses coming in. He scores goals sometimes. That's about it. But I don't see anything after that, if you know what I mean. So I prefer Gakpo all day long, in my opinion. Big up, Wild Dead Wolf. Big up, bro. I haven't seen you for a bit. I hope everything's okay with you and family, mate. Yeah, thanks for coming on, brother. Big up, guys. Chat, hit the likes, please. Big up, brother. Nunes stays. If club don't want him, they would sell. I think he was. They were offered 70 million. They said 70 million for him in Saudi Arabia or something like that. I don't know how true that is, and Liverpool rejected it. I don't understand that one. To be fair, how can you reject much money?
Yeah,
basically
but
getting the money.
what is true though, bro? You know, Fozzy, what is true coming out speculation wise?
That's true. That is true, man. Sky News says Trent has not talked to Real Madrid. I don't think he did anyway. You know what I mean? I think it's just something blown out of proportion, in my opinion. You know, like JK said in the beginning, is what you said, in it, JK. The press reporters, they don't like Liverpool. They like everybody else. Just say in your mind, everyone is your enemy. That's how it is with Liverpool Football Club.
That's how it is. That's how it is.
You know, you're top of the league. The perfect moment, the perfect opportunity, like in January, when players are allowed to speak to other clubs, is when they start making up stories like this, guys, to, you know, unsettle the players, brainwash the players some way, somehow, make them feel unwanted at Liverpool Football Club. So, you know, as soon as that happens, you're up there, then you go down here. That's what's happening to us right now. We're in a rut. Listen, in December, we're supposed to be falling from the top. Remember? December, those games every 2 days.
Yeah.
Every 3 days, sorry, every 3 days. And they were saying, if they don't come through this month and they haven't played anyone, remember that saying, they haven't played anyone. That's when they're going to, you know, start, you know, falling off. We didn't fall off in December. We started falling off when, you know, the players' contracts came into question. And that's right now. And not only that, this is where the press plays. This is where our rivals will stir the pot. You know what I mean, JK? And try to get it into their advantage. Nobody wants Liverpool to win.
Of course. Yeah. You know, I've seen content creators from other clubs making shows about Trent Alexander and his contract sort of situation. Like, it's sort of me against the world, as Tupac would say, you know. But I think sometimes Liverpool, the players, need to realize that it's like no one's our friend right now, and they will never be our friend. It's always England against Liverpool. Any club, they're always on their side if they're playing Liverpool, you know. And that's how it is. And I think sometimes the owners should know that as well, you know, realize that.
They don't get involved in that stuff. You know what I mean? They don't want to, because they don't know. You know, if you have got no passion for clubs, you don't really care what happens outside, you know, your company, do you?
Yeah, exactly. The real things, yeah.
So they won't care. They won't care. I'm with JK on Nunes. Yes, Genghis. Zubamendi, your thoughts? Should LFC go back? I say, listen, he doesn't want to come. Let go. Look for someone else. We had like few months after that to look for someone else. We haven't. We're 17th of January. We still haven't signed anybody. You know what I mean? And we didn't even go back for him. So it shows we're not interested anymore. He could be going to Arsenal, to be fair. Let's put it that way. I think no buys unless a left back or centre back. Yeah, there's gonna Wild Dead Wolf. There's not gonna be any buyers, mate. We're not gonna sign anyone. Like I said, we're in the 17th of this month. We had a few months before that to get someone ready through the door. We haven't done that. If you haven't done anything in the last 3 months, it means you ain't gonna go for anyone at the end of the window. So don't listen. Don't hold your breath, mate. Just give up on it. Give up on it. I'm just worried about these players that we have at the moment. That's why me and Jake are talking about, you know, Endo coming back into the team. You know what I mean? Bro, biggest concern for me is creativity. It is scary how there is no creativity. Forest wrecked my confidence. Yeah, it was sad to watch that, bro. It was sad. Do you agree with him? The lack of creativity is costing us games now. The defensive side.
I think if Sells wasn't in goals that day, we're winning that 4-1, 5-1. Salah should have banged a hat trick. Even Yota should have scored another one, you know. We're gonna create something, you know, chances. We're gonna create chances, and I think we had a few chances against Forest to win that, no problem. That was our best game in a while, that second half. Yeah. That's why I'm pretty confident going in tomorrow, bro. I'm a Liverpool fan. No matter how bad we're playing, we're always going to win the next game. I don't go into a game undefeated already in my head. Oh, we're going to lose this. Come on, man. That's how you lose.
The most important thing for me, bro, is going forward right now. I've realized our players don't want to defend. You know what I mean? Some of our players. So the most important thing for me in regards to our players, don't lose possession. Like when Trent does those wayward passes that goes to nobody. We need to stop that left-footed passes he does that goes to the opponents. Stop all this stuff. Keep possession better. Be more organized, and make sure you don't leave gaps at the back. Then we just concentrate going forward. Because at the end of the day, guys, we're always gonna score. There's always a goal coming from somewhere. It's just we need to stop the back, the things that's going on at the back. I mean, we need to marry up the defense, the midfield, the attack to be as one. Because you know, if Salah doesn't go back and defend for the team, that's a gap already. You know what I mean, JK? So he needs to start going back and helping out Trent. Because if you don't help each other out, it's going to be a big problem. And this is what we're facing at the moment. We need to get rid of all this nonsense, guys. We need to start playing as a team because, you know, like this is not the Maradona days. A team as a collective wins you titles, not one player doing it in his own. That football doesn't exist. Man United, why were they successful? Because they played as a team. Liverpool before that, why were they successful? Because they played as a team. I mean, Man City in the last 9 years, whatever it was, why were they successful? Because they played as a team. You hardly hear Man City world-class players apart from De Bruyne probably, or Haaland sometimes, or all that stuff. Why? Because they play as a team. This is what we need to get back to. Everybody pulling their weight on the pitch, up and down, together. You know what I mean? If you don't want to defend, don't lose possession. Make sure you keep the ball as much as possible. If you can't go forward, go back and pass it back to the defense. Start again and go again. Start again and go again until you get it right. You know what I mean? That will stop your, concerns about defending. That's how I see it. I don't know how you see it, JK.
Mistakes happen when you don't concentrate. And defensively, we're making mistakes, sort of. We're letting goals in and we're letting people get into them sort of positions. We could have lost a lot more games. So that's why I'm going sort of with my prediction of the lineup. What I want, he's not going with that. That was my sort of team I would want to see tomorrow. That's why I want to see Kwanzaa come in, Tsimikas, switch it up a little bit, Endo with Gravenberch away to Brentford for me is a perfect sort of combination. Then you got Szoboszlai in front of them. When Szoboszlai is not doing great, you can drop a McAllister in there. Perfect sort of game like that.
Like this, isn't it? If the game ain't going according to plan and we have to go ultra, go like this. You know what I mean?
Go like that.
Back to the free. Endo, dropping in deeper. So there's no gaps. You see? There's no gaps. What you need to do. Tell Gravenberch, don't go too far. Tell Szoboszlai, be the first point of defense. Make sure you sweep up this area. Make sure they don't get comfortable when they got the ball, so they don't cause us problems, putting the ball through. That's what you got to do. If you have this kind of formation with a proper DM, you ain't going to lose a lot of goals. Let's just put it that way. And that's what
I think.
I mean, that's what we need to do. For now, this is fine. But at times, when things are not working out, do transformers, innit? Just assemble. You know what I mean? Do something. Do something.
Robots in disguise.
Yeah. And I don't want to see this guy anymore coming over here. Enough of that now. Stay on your side. Make sure the ball doesn't come across to your area anymore. Make sure you defend it well. Win in the air, win on the floor, and make sure you two have that partnership again, which is if Salah's got the ball here, you overlap and get the ball in the box for Darwin to header it in. Maybe the reason Darwin Núñez is not doing well is a lack of crosses in the box, lack of opportunities, because we're not doing enough crosses, overlap crosses.
For him.
Yeah.
He's not getting fed nothing. Like last season at Brentford, he scored that goal. Why? Because Jota gave him the best food he could have. It was the best pass header with the ball I've ever seen, assist-wise. Darwin, like for me, that's a sort of perfect Darwin goal. Just loads of space to run into, one-on-one with the goalie, put it away. And he's missed a lot of chances as well. But for me, tomorrow's games like Diaz and Jota not going to be up for it tomorrow.
Yeah.
So for me, Darwin's going to be playing tomorrow.
Oh man.
No. I've got no worries about that. If he produces something, Brucey bonus. If he don't, it is what it is.
Yeah.
We've still got enough quality in the team to get a win there. But Brentford, not a bad team. They're not a bad team. Wissa, he's a bit of a bit of a character as well. He can get involved. He's scoring goals. Wissa.
Yeah. It's frightening. It's frightening, to be fair, mate. It's frightening. Uncle Rod says it's a shit show. I know, Uncle. I know, mate. Question: who's first youth to join main squad? Dance looks good. What do you think of that question, bro?
Like, I think I'm the only one who's not jumped on the bandwagon of Dan's, but I like his attitude in the goal he scored the other day in the Accrington Stanley game.
Yeah.
He's got fight in him. But the thing is, yeah.
You know what people didn't notice about? Sorry to interrupt, brother. You know what people didn't notice about the game with Dan's? He wasn't playing as a striker. He was more like a number 10 against Accrington Stanley. I think that Darwin Núñez was on the pitch playing as a striker. So with Dan's, not only can he play as a number 9, he could drop off and play as a number 10 as well. And this is what Liverpool are missing. This is why I said Alvarez from Madrid, the ex-Man City player, will be well suited to us because he could play as a number 9, he could play as a number 10, he could play out wide as well. So if you have this kind of player around the team that can do all that stuff, it's something special for the team because that's what the team is missing. With Dan's, I agree with JK. We don't want to put too much pressure on him at the moment. If he's at the club right now, keep him on the bench. When we're struggling in games, get him off the bench and let him play as a number 9 or a number 10 to get us some goals. Because you know what I liked about him against Accrington Stanley the other day is the way he took the goal, JK. It was the first time smooth in the middle hit. He didn't rush. He didn't panic. It was, proper striker's finish. That's how it looked to me when I looked at that goal. I mean, so yeah. On the bench.
Hunger. I've seen hunger in it. I've seen like he wanted that. You know what I mean? He was like, yeah. Same as Chiesa when he came on. I've seen hunger there from both of them guys. So that's why for me, Chiesa could have played a bit part against Forest. Nice little 10 minutes. Get him involved, man. Get him involved. Tomorrow, not doing great. Chuck him on.
Yeah,
he's different. They won't know what they're going to get from Chiesa. They don't know how he plays. So he'd be like a surprise sort of guy. Chuck him on. Yeah. I think Scott's the type of guy, if he don't trust you 100%, he's not really going to give you that sort of stage to go and perform. I think sometimes in football, you've got to be, just let it be, just like gamble a little bit. That's why you see in the first half of every game, Slot sort of studies the opposition, goes in at half time, tells the players what he wants to see. Second half, we get the job done. That's the way the guy works. He's worked so far, fair play, but I think sometimes he needs to go a little bit risky with it.
Yeah, 100%. Ravi says, had Liverpool fans telling me I was being negative when I said the draw versus Newcastle, Fulham wasn't good, and they said we can afford to draw. These people think top of the league and all is Disney. Those draws cost us, bro. Those draws made other team believe, if you know what I mean. Because at the time we was winning games. Now when we're drawing games, it makes the rivals behind us believe they could catch us up, and that's what caused the issues that we're having right now. That draw away to Newcastle, we was it 3 minutes or 4 minutes away from winning the game, and when Kelleher made that mistake, and then Fulham, Robertson gets himself sent off. It's just bad mistakes. Bad mistakes, man. Bad mistakes all round. And when you do things like that, the worst part of it, in my opinion, JK is, and Ravi, we've got experienced players that won everything. Where is the mentality? Like, why is Robertson kicking a player going through on goal? Don't you trust your goalkeeper? I saw where the ball was going. It wasn't even going towards the goal. It was going towards the goalkeeper and Jimenez. Jimenez chipped it over. That was the actual sequence that was going to happen. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, Robertson, whenever the ball goes over his head, he's panicking every single time. And you saw that against Nottingham Forest the other day. The ball went over his head. He tripped over his legs. It's the same result with Robertson at the moment. But ignore people, bro. Just get on with your life, man. You don't need people telling you you're being negative. If you're being truthful to yourself, that's the way of life. Don't lie to yourself, man. Endo has been great when called up. Yeah, I feel bad for him, bro. I feel bad for him what I did, Wolf. I think Endo is a fantastic addition to the squad. I think when he plays, we're more aggressive as well, and that's what we're missing. There was I don't know if you heard about this, guys. Let me give you something that happened recently. I think it was in the summertime when I was in America with Liverpool. Um, Harvey Elliott asked, sorry, Arne Slot asked Harvey Elliott, sorry, Arne Slot asked Endo, where do you want to play for the team? What's your position for the team? And Endo replied to Arne Slot, whatever you want me, sir, I'll play. I'm here for the team. I'm 100% committed. That's what Endo said. And Arne Slot asked the same question to Harvey Elliott. You know what Harvey Elliott said? Harvey Elliott, who's a Liverpool fan, he said, I want to play as a number 10. That's the difference in mentality of players, guys. This is what we've got issues with. Whenever you put players in positions that they don't want to play, they're not trying that hard. I mean, so that's what I'm trying to tell you. This is the commitment from Endo. I'll play anywhere for this club to win. That's what he said to the manager, compared to other teams that are saying, I want to play number 10, I want to play as a number 9. There you go. This is why we need to bring this guy back in. We're not going to sign any DMs. Get this guy back into the team and let's defend better, man. I love that mentality. I love that mentality. We have to be smart when we play Brentford. Make sure we control the game, and when we have the ball, do something. Not do this pass the parcel type football and lose the ball, will then go on 1-0 down. Yeah, you're spot on, bro. I agree with that. We need to be cautious in games, 100%, bro. I know, bro. I know. So, bro, no, I in team. I don't say that, bro. No, I so there's no I in a team. That's what you meant. There's no I in a team. You're 100% right. The team should be all as one. That's how you go. And I think sometimes people forget that. Everybody thinks like individual players is the way of going forward. A team wins your team. So a team wins your title, not individuals on their own all the time. Maradona days are over, guys. I mean, how did Liverpool win the league? Because everybody pulled together. Salah wasn't the best player in that season. It was Mane actually the better player in that season. We won the league. So it shows, if everyone pulls their weight, we could like win everything together. Sometimes the egos is what brings teams down, and that's what we face sometimes as well. Do you agree with that, JK? Or
Yeah, like, because for me, egos, I think we're sort of blessed in that way where we haven't had no type of guys who are unsettling the team, the buzz, the energies and stuff like that. We've sort of been blessed in that way. But I feel sometimes when you get players in a squad and they're not playing, okay, for me, Arne Slot's job right now is to keep everyone sweet, keep it sweet. No this, no extra. It's Darwin going to go somewhere else for this and that. We don't need that sort of speculation surrounding our team right now. For me, Darwin Núñez thinking, you know what? Before I leave, if I can win a Premier League title to put on my sort of CV, I'm taking that.
Yeah.
But sometimes I feel like, is he showing that hunger that he wants that? Yeah. I think sometimes Slot can keep the players a bit more sweet. I think that thing with Kwanzaa could have jeopardized that guy's future, He's going to show us now how strong Kwanzaa is. I think against Accrington Stanley, Kwanzaa was the main guy at the back. He played okay. He looked settled. He didn't look flustered. He didn't do no mistakes. It didn't matter about the opposition. Football's football at the end of the day. But I feel Kwanzaa, you got to keep the players sweet. And I think Slot would need to learn that pretty quick. Until you win that league title and everything. Until this season for me is like a bonus season. I wasn't expecting everything. I was going to say we win in the league. I do that because we support Liverpool. But
yeah,
the owner need to help him out as well.
100%, bro. No doubt about that. Gege says, I see Gravenberch being our most important player, and he looked lethargic. That's what I see. You're spot on. I said that myself, brother. Sometimes when I see him running back, he looks like he's struggling because he's playing too many games. And when you haven't got the depth of the squad, that's what happens. And this is what he's facing at the moment. He's playing too many games, and he's running a lot. That if you played midfield, trust me, you need to be an athlete, like running up and down that pitch, and eventually it catches up with you. And that's what's happening to him at the moment. It's sad. It's really, really sad. If we utilize the squad better, if we interchange, if we had the right depth, guys, we would have been way clear of everybody. Do you agree, JK?
Say that again, please, bro.
If we had the right, squad this season with the squad that the depth that is this season, we would have been in a better position right now. If we had,
we probably be about 15 points ahead right now.
yeah.
Russian players back, Kanate rushing him back. It hasn't done us any good, Against Tottenham, he was taken to the cleaners for their goal.
Yeah. Chris says suggested
Bigger squad, you got more choices in players. Someone's not looking 100%. Yeah, give the other guy a go. He's available. You don't trust Harvey Elliott. He's just about right now. He's sort of trusting Endo.
Yeah.
You gave him game time. You got to give these players game time for them to show you what they're all about and what they can add to this push we got. The players are there sometimes. I feel he's a bit too cautious in that way, Slot.
When people talk about, let me give you something, guys. Yeah, think about it this way. Yeah, a lot of people in the chat have been saying Slot is a yes man for FSG. Don't you guys think to yourself sometimes he gives you the messages what he feels in regards to where he's at through selections? Do you know what I mean, JK? So if he's not picking certain players, doesn't that show you he wanted transfers in the summer anyway? I mean, because he's not. Because more or less, if you look at Arne's Slot this season, he's picking the same players every single time. So isn't that a message? Because he can't criticize the ownership, because he agreed. He signed a contract when he came to Liverpool that he's going to be the head coach and he's just going to be coaching the players. So I'm trying to give you, from my point of view, I honestly think he's giving us messages like Klopp used to, that he's not happy with the squad, because he's more or less picking the same team all the time with JK.
Sounds about right. He's not trusting certain players. Would he move them on? Looks like it, So, yeah, man. I think sometimes I'm really sort of, it's so simple, football. We make it difficult.
Yeah, spot on, bro. Chris says, suggested that if we aren't sure about Robo Costas, why not use Endo on the left defense as we did with Joe? I don't think there's any problems for me for Simicast. I like Simicast, bro. I really like Simicast. As a cover, that is. We still need a proper left back in the future. I've got no doubt about that as well. This is for you, brother, from that Wilded Wolf. He says, J.K. Jones, is he still a bench player?
Bless Wolf. For me, Jones had his opportunity in the games against United, Newcastle, and all these games. Didn't do nothing. Like, come on. He's a bench player for me.
100%, brother. Ravi says, yes, people say Gravenberch can play well in centre back, but this is what this club does. Slot a man in a next position might make it work, so we don't have to buy what we really need. Spot on, bro. I mean, the more players can play multiple positions, is the less transfer we do. So yeah, I agree, bro. I agree. Big up Murray. But read this question, JK, please, mate. JK, you there?
Was he here? Did you give Frankie a transfer fee for JK? No, what was that? When a free transfer. What do you call it? I mean, you got a contract and there's a fee to attach to it. What do you call it?
What do you mean?
It was met the fee. The club say, oh yeah, he's worth that much if you want to buy him. In a contract.
Okay.
I
forgot the name of it. I know what you're saying.
That's what it is. It's cool.
Okay. Yes, obviously I read this one. Hang on. Genga says the corner crosses against the Forest were disgusting. I think the corner crosses in majority of the games that we play is disgusting, my friend. I'm sick and tired of seeing Trent and Robbo taking the corners and set pieces, which can't even lift off the floor, which hits the first man. And then, the teams counter-attack us and they need to score or they score. This is what I'm saying. Soboslai is a set piece specialist. So is McAllister. Let them take the set pieces now. Enough of these guys, because they're not very... Look, it took Simicast coming off the bench to set up a goal from a corner. Imagine if we took perfect corners before that. How many goals we could have got? You can't have 10 corners in a game and you don't score from any, or trouble the goalkeeper. The ones that frustrate me is when the goalkeeper grabs it off the air as well. It's really frustrating when I'm watching that, guys. Too many corners wasted, man. You know, like these deep line defending teams, if you can't open them up, what do you do, JK? If you can't open them up, what's the most important thing you do in a game? You use the set pieces, right? You practice with that, right? We don't do enough of that, bro.
Yep. Not enough quality. Like that was our forte back in the days.
Yes.
Trent and Robertson doing their thing, and I think like Robertson pulled a beauty against Forest.
Yeah.
He did one cross. It was beautiful. You just needed a striker run onto it, bang. Trent's got across it. Like for me, they've still got it in their boot. You know, they've got it in them to pull a cross out. But for me, sometimes I think it's that mental side of the game. I think Robertson just looks unsettled. Like he isn't calm. Like for me against United, Robertson was our best defender. But for me, Robertson's, I don't know, what is it with Robertson? What's happened to him? Concentration level, what is it?
I don't know, bro. He's panicking, bro. You know when the pace is not long. You know when the legs, the brain and the legs don't communicate like they used to anymore. You start panicking in it. That's what's happened to him, bro. You start panicking. He panics in any situation, man. Murray, I don't have to give JK any transfer. Just to let you know, me and JK were friends way before. You know what I mean? So let me just put it out there. Me and JK knew each other a few years now. So way before him and Frank got together. So it's all good. It's all good, bro. JK is my friend from years. I agree. He says, look how Solanka plays now. That's same as Nunes could be. Solanke, if you're talking about Solanke, it's Tottenham, innit? When the pressure, I don't know if you agree with me, JK. You know, players, they perform in certain clubs because why? Because there's less pressure on those teams, right? That's why they perform differently to the club that's got pressure every single time. Do you see the difference, JK? Are you there, JK? Oh, okay. I think Slot agreed to everything, and even though FSG said no signing, he didn't think they were for real. How many chances have we given Curtis Jones? He ain't good enough to start. Listen, sometimes he plays. Jake, are you back yet?
Sometimes I'm back here.
Yeah. I was asking you about what was it? Solanke, like the way he's performing for Tottenham goals compared to when he plays for Liverpool. Do you see the difference? Like, like what I said was, it's the pressure of teams, isn't it? If there's like the big teams, there's a lot of attention on you. Defenses are, on top of their game. But when you play for the likes of Spurs, I don't think teams watch you in that way, if you know what I mean.
I think Solanke, he's at a club where he sort of suits. Fair play to him. He's doing well for him. Less Yusuf as well. Long time no see. Hope you're cool.
Yeah. Curtis Jones.
Yeah.
It is what it is, isn't it? We can't every season we can't talk about the same thing, innit, guys? Getting boring with Curtis Jones, to be fair, guys.
I said at the start of the season, Fozzie, that this season is important for two guys, Darwin Núñez and Curtis Jones. Now or never. And I think, tell you the truth, Curtis has had good games this season. Like I'm like, wow played, Yeah. But the United game where I wanted him to have a great game, like he's a Liverpool Scouser guy playing against Man United, I didn't see nothing in him. I was so disappointed.
Yeah. Murray says, I don't agree, Fozzie, as was made up to move from the second-rate Dutch club. Thinking style may have conserved energy. Low build-up also tend to let opponents take initiative. I think that's how I say it. Initiative. It's only with Forest. I just think I don't know about you, JK. Even with Klopp, we face the same thing. Is it the players that's the problem that's got, with the low block teams? Or because every manager that we have is the same issue that we have every season with the low block teams. Because I always say you can overwrite things like that with the set pieces that you have. You need to prepare for that. Every game, it's not going to be the same as the next game. The bottom teams, the teams that's less talented than you, they're going to give you respect in regards to defending better, deep line defending, and you got to find a way to open them up. So if you can't open them up during the game, what you need to do as a team is use your set pieces. This is where the practice comes in the training ground, if you know what I mean. I don't think we do enough of that because we're making the same mistakes every single time when we face these type of teams.
Bless Mario, I hope you're cool. Yeah, for me though, like when you play football at a young age, what do you do most of the time? You're ball greedy. You ain't passing to no one. What you do, you try to run through everyone and score. Simple though. That's what it's all about. When you play in a low block team, we were pretty opening up Forest pretty well, I believe.
Yeah.
We made 4 chances that were goal bound.
Yeah.
To win that game. Their goalie was just on a mad one. So for me, I think we played pretty well against the low block against Forest. The thing is, we didn't get the result we wanted. That's the problem right there. If we got another 2 goals, we would say, you know what, we did pretty well against that low block team. Their goalie pulled out beauties, worldies, in saves wise.
Yeah, I agree, bro. I think like not only the set pieces in these type of games, we need to take long range shots as well. As we discussed earlier, JK, there's not enough long range shots because long range shots can result to many things, which is like it could deflect and go in. It could deflect and slow down, and a striker can slow it in. The goalkeeper can save it, of course, but it could go in as well. Don't forget that. If we do more stuff like that, I think we'll get more goals than just the walking in kind of goals. I don't think we do enough of that. That's why we actually don't win those type of games. If you look at the Nottingham Forest game the other day, how many shots did we take from outside the box? Not many. I think I remember only one from Soboslai, and the goalkeeper saved it. Other than that, I don't think we've done enough in regards to outside the box. We've got to take more risks. Stop being cautious. Stop trying to pass to Salah when you got a shot, because that's what Soboslai did a few times. I remember in the game. It's frustrating. It's really frustrating. Please, people, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe button, all that good stuff. Appreciate everybody that's been on. Thank you for the support as always. JK, where can people find you, brother? I know I'm here, but where else?
Yeah, with Liverpool 12th man, Brian Irishman Football. We do shows today. I can put the links in the chat before I go.
Go for it, bro. As always, man. You don't need to ask. You know that. You could do it, man. I'll read the messages before we go. I could see 12 man on there already. Bro, Forest game started with 3 pot shots. Listen, it's not good enough, bro. We need more. Anything can happen, innit? Unless the ref allows opponents to foul or our players, and they are off the field when they score. Spurs away. I remember, when Tsimikas was off the pitch, they scored a goal in the final minutes, innit? So that was annoying. Big up 12 man. Please go subscribe to 12 man. You can see his channel right there, and JK is gonna put it up if you know what I mean. I don't think Slot would self-sabotage the team with selections just to prove a point to the owners. Slot just needs to have faith in fringe players because they won't let us down. I wouldn't put it any better. Me and Torban don't agree with many things when we are debating, but that is a beautiful. Let me just give him the.
Bless up 12. Hope you're cool, bro.
There you go, man. There you go, bro.
That was for you.
That's a beautiful message what you're saying there. I love that, because you know sometimes the big time Charlies ain't gonna do anything. You need the smaller players to come up and do their business, man. Big up Alexandra, man. Yes.
Bless up Alexandra.
There you go, people. 12 man's channel. Go and help him out in the chat. The more people go to these channels, the more it gets bigger, people. That's what I always say. Make these channels bigger in the chat, because the more you help these channels, the more you're gonna have a channel you can rely on, and it's always gonna be there for you when you want to share your opinions. You know what I mean? And share your frustrations. And this is what it's all about, guys. Become a team. There's no egos in this place. We should not have egos. We're Liverpool Football Club. Togetherness is what we do. Let me just put it that way. There's 12 man's channel. Please take that link and go to his channel, subscribe, and get into the chat tonight. I think they're going to be doing some shows tonight as well. Hope Nordin is fine. He's okay, bro. He's okay. He'll be back shortly, man. He'll be back shortly, bro. Murray says Liverpool 12 man, true as won't go off the fan. the Fenaway Shark script. A cue on Frankie's 2 thanks, Fozzie. Yes. JK, thank you, bro, as always, bro. You know, you always help me on here. I appreciate that.
No problem, bro. Welcome.
Wasn't for the obviously you coming on the chat and all that stuff and doing things like this back in the day. You know, I wouldn't be doing this stuff on a regular basis, bro, because people like you guys motivate me doing it. And sometimes I think to myself, I'm too tired because I'm doing too many shifts in it. So when you guys are waking me up to do this, man, it's something special, man, and I appreciate that, brother. There's Irishman's channel as well. Please go and subscribe to that, guys. Big up, everybody.
Yeah, subscribe to him and 12. That'd be cool, guys. Press the like on this video as well. Great chat with Fozzie as always.
We'll see you soon, people. Take care. Jackie, don't go anywhere. I'm going to talk to you in a second.
No worries, bro.
Take care, everybody. Like, share, and subscribe. If you're watching back, get in the comments down below and say whatever you want. If you want to have a go at me or JK, it's fine. We can take it. Don't ask men. Take care, everybody.